most different?
Erika. When I say the most different, I mean from what I thought she was to what I felt she was when I was actually in her presence and doing. I liked her. I respect her. I respect somebody who is honest and who's transparent and who's like, this is what it is, and puts it out there. And then I also like the fact that she takes responsibility. You know, I like if she offends somebody or she says she will apologize, she will. That's what I saw. That was my experience. Yes, I've seen, I've seen episodes where it did not look like she did any of that, but my experience with her was not, from the previous seasons. It was just, I thought she was fair. I thought she was real. And Diana, same thing, super real, and I mean, I didn't have any, because this is Diana's first season, so I didn't know who she was at all. But yeah, but the ladies were fun.
I think that's just from someone that does what I do. I think that's the best advice I could ever give someone, of just like, when you're standing there and interacting and speaking, base it on that. Like, yes. And so if you find someone's wonderful, who cares what you've watched? Because we all know how that works.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What was your first impression, I guess, of like some of the others, like Kyle, Lisa, Rinna? Like, what was your first impression of working with them?
Kyle is Kyle. I mean, Kyle is Kyle. I gotta leave that as Kyle is Kyle. She's Kyle. She's everything I experienced prior to being on the show. So she was the one for me that was the truest to her TV persona. It's Kyle.
Right.
Who else?
Lisa Rinna.
Yeah, Lisa, it's funny because I saw a side to her that I thought was so maternal. I mean, very maternal. Like, I don't want to, when does this air? Because I don't want to give a spoiler alert.
It's going to air probably 2 weeks at least from right now. So you're probably not giving any spoiler alerts.
Because I don't know, honestly, you never know what they're going to use and what they're not going to use. But she was baking cookies for us. We were at her house, filming. And she's making cookies and she's running around, her little hair and, bouncing around, making sure everybody's, cup is full and they have enough to eat. And like the cookies are coming out. And I was like, oh my God, like, she's like a grandma, because for me, my grandmother was so nurturing. Like, I just think of just that energy to take care of everybody. And I said to her, oh my God, you're a grandma in a hottie body. And she did not take kindly to that. Because, and I said, oh my God, no. I said, I mean this as a compliment. I mean, I guess you hear the word grandma and, instantly you think somebody is calling you, I don't know, some older, knows?
I guess.
Older, but I just meant it in a very much, she's very maternal. So I was surprised by that.
Yeah, that's not, I think, what we think of Lisa Rinna as. What about Sutton and Dorit? What were your first impressions?
Well, Sutton I had met before. I met Sutton through Garcelle filming in the prior seasons. Sutton was, she's fun. She's interesting. I would say she's interesting. And so Sutton was Sutton. Dorit was, I thought Dorit was very sweet. I thought she was very sweet, and of course my heart went out to her because of what she had to endure. But I thought she was very sweet. And I didn't know if because she comes with all her designer stuff from head to toe. So, you just never know which people are going to make that stuff mean when they walk in a room. And she was so nice. She was really kind and really sweet.
Whose fashion? I mean, you say you're a fashion girl. We talk fashion, like just that, whose fashion are you most in awe of, so to speak, out of your castmates?
It would have to be Diana's. I mean, ridiculous. Like just the best of, just ridiculous.
You look at those bags.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
you're like, wait a second, what bag is that? And like, she's just like, oh, what? Like this bag. And you're like, wait, sweetie, like, let's back up just 5 minutes.
She's someone that I thought was interesting because it's like, you know, she's got money, but money doesn't have her. I was very impressed with that.
And a lot of people say the opposite from what they're watching. They're saying, which, you know, that's a big criticism of her. She's all about the money. All she cares about is money. All she talks about, you're saying the opposite.
I thought it was just, in my experience, it was just the opposite, you know, and sometimes when you come, I mean, she's, you know, when you're hundreds of millions, people already have preconceived notions about you because in many respects, you're unrelatable. To most people, you're going to be unrelatable, but she's just, you know, I just thought she was just, like I said, so real, and she has it, but it doesn't have her. She just shows up. And I thought she was very authentic and very real. And she's the kind of person you're going to know exactly where you stand. I like that. Some people don't want that. Some people want you to be phony to them. And you know what I mean? I don't want that. I want to know exactly who you are. You know, don't present one thing and then behind my back, be you. And New York. So that's kind of the way our get down. That's the way we do things.
I was just going to say, well, I'm from New York, honey. So you could tell me, just say it to my face. I don't care how harsh it is. And let's move on. Like I'm over something in like 10 seconds. If we just hash this out, why are we even talking about this now? That was 3 minutes ago. Let's move on.
Absolutely. We can agree to disagree. I can respect you and not really care for you. You're just not my people, but I respect you.
Right.
Because I know exactly where I like that. I like that in a person.
And that's what you got from Diana.
Yes, that's exactly what I got from Diane.
Why do you think the audience feels the opposite? Because people are having a hard time, you know, you say connecting with her.
Well, I think, again, it's, you know, I don't know. People need a villain. They do need a villain. It's funny because she says, you know, I'm your new villain. You want me to be your new villain? And that's exactly, she spoke it. She spoke it into existence. But I would hope that, you know, as time goes on, people will give her, you know, space just to see her humanity. Some things she just can't relate to. That's just not her life. You know, it is what it is, but look past that and try to, you know, because you can always find, this is the thing, you can always find redeeming qualities in somebody. I would say, what do you like about the person? We know what you don't like. And what they don't like is that she's got a lot of money. Well, don't you want a lot of money? Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, what's the problem?
I say that all the time. I'm like, whoever's listening to this right now, close your eyes. Do you want an extra $100 million or not? The answer is yes or no. Now I'm thinking 100% of everyone is going to say yes. Sorry.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what's the problem? What is really the problem? Anyway.
I agree.